Hi everyone, how we're all doing? I hope we're all doing well this Sunday and having a nice relaxing day. I'll just give it a few minutes for people to come on. This is getting shared across Facebook and my YouTube channel. For those that are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button and make sure you press the notification bell for my next upcoming video. For those watching on Facebook, please press the like button. It helps with the algorithm. It helps push the content out. Thank you, it's much appreciated. Just a disclaimer as well, this is for entertainment purposes only, not fact, just my opinion, my intuition and what the cards are telling me. Do your own research, make your own opinions, and if you choose to throw your own cards, I'd be interested to see what cards come up for you guys. Okay, so with that out of the way, we shall crack on in a few minutes. Now, I've been meaning to do this case for quite a while now. I've not managed to get around to doing it. It's sort of been on a back burner because other cases have become more apparent in the media that I needed to cover. I don't know why, but recently a lot of things have been on my mind regarding Princess Diana. She keeps popping in from time to time. And then last night, it really strong, popping in. Before I even looked at the chart or anything like that, I just got a strong sense that she were a water sign, cancer sign. There were little flashes popping in here and there of a state of mind, how she were feeling and such forth, kept popping in. And then today, I've obviously been preparing my space. I always pre-shuffle the cards off the camera and then reshuffle them on camera for you guys to see. And there were a few cards that flew out already, so I will explain them after I've looked into astrology chart. Just a little warning here, I am new to learning astrology. I am not an expert on it. I'm just starting out. I'm just starting to learn little bits here and there. I've looked at the chart and I've done a very basic astrology description of Princess Diana. I will be further down the line looking into forensic not psychology, why did I say that? Astrology. And I will be mapping out charts of the perp and the victim, providing I have got the date of birth, place of birth, etc. to be able to do that. I have found it is very accurate, very precise, as the natal charts. It is something I'm very interested in looking into further. Okay, so let's crack on. So first of all, I will be explaining astrology first. Then I will go over the events of the accident, so-called accident. I have my own opinions on that, and I'm sure everybody else does, but let's see what the cards say regarding that. Alright, Princess Diana was born July 1st, 1961. She's a Cancer sun sign. This is characterised by a deeply empathetic, caring and nurturing nature. Her astrological chart also featured an Aquarius moon, which fueled humanitarian work and commitment to truth, along with Libra rising. It's quite interesting chart here. Astrological aspects to Diana. She's a sun in Cancer, is known for being emotional, family orientated and nurturing. Moon in Aquarius signifies a humanitarian focus, dedication to charity and desire for honesty. Let's just keep that in mind here while we're going through this reading. Libra is all about scales, justice and balance. In Aquarius is all about humanitarian, doing the truth, community and dedication to humanitarian. But let's keep in mind that desire for honesty. Okay. Venus in Taurus reflects an appreciation of fashion, beauty and sensuality. These placements are often cited as combining to create a reputation as the people's princess, highlighting both her compassionate, intuitive side, Cancer, and her unconventional, charity-driven and sometimes rebellious nature, Aquarius. Now, a rising sign is Sagittarius, which is all about action, movement, determination and fire. Very driven. So when we look at the astrology natal chart, is we get the name, the date of birth, place of birth, which is Sandringham, England. Time is 7:45 p.m. you were born. The natal chart shows the sun sign Cancer and ascendant Sagittarius. Okay, now that's just a brief description of the astrology side of things. As I say, I'm still learning. I'm not 100% up on it yet. I'm still learning. Okay, now let's get into the events leading up to the accident. Princess Diana was in Paris in August 1997 as part of a private trip with Dodi Fayed, her romantic partner at the time. Diana had been spending the summer on holiday with Dodi Fayed, including time on his family yacht in the Mediterranean. Paris was a short stop on their way back to London. They stayed at the Hotel Ritz, Paris, which was owned by Dodi's father, Mohammed Al Fayed. The trip was a personal, not official. Shopping, dining and spending time together. Diana had visited Paris many times before and was familiar with the city. They intended to leave Paris late on the night of the 30th of August 1997 to return to London. Tragically, in the early hours of 31st of August 1997, Diana, Dodi Fayed and their driver, Henry Paul, were deceived unalive in a car crash in the Ponte di Alma tunnel. While attempting to evade paparazzi, only the bodyguard, Trevor Rees-Jones, survived. Investigators confirmed after the crash that the crash was caused by grossly negligent driving by the chauffeur Henry Paul. He was intoxicated, blood alcohol level over 3 times the French legal limit. But I'm sure we've seen footage of at the hotel, and this, what's his name? Henry Paul didn't seem to be staggering or anything at the hotel, which I find very strange. If he were intoxicated with alcohol, he'd have been not fit to drive, surely. But that's another discrepancy in this case. Alright, he was driving well above the speed limit. Paparazzi pursuit was considered a contributing factor, but not the direct cause. No evidence of mechanical sabotage or conspiracy. Now, I'm saying with this because I've got clips coming in last night of some kind of messing around with the car. I'm just saying, allegedly speaking. Diana and some of the passengers didn't wear a seatbelt, which again is strange. For safety reasons, I'd have thought you'd have been wearing a seatbelt. Diana was conscious when emergency services arrived at the scene. They gave her the appropriate treatment on the way to the hospital. Her heart stopped en route. Doctors successfully resuscitated her. The ambulance slowed intentionally to avoid worsening internal bleeding. At the hospital, she went into cardiac arrest again. Surgeons performed emergency chest surgery, internal cardiac massage, blood transfusions. Despite all of this, the bleeding could not be controlled in time, and she passed away from a torn pulmonary vein. So today I want to look into the energy surrounding the death of Princess Diana and the energy of events leading up to this tragic event. Most importantly, was it a tragic accident or something else? Let's see what the cards say. And when I say something else, I mean foul play, allegedly speaking. So, interesting that some cards already wanted to fly out when I was preparing. So I got from the Mildred Payne card flew out. Is this one? Now this is interesting because from the tea leaf fortune cards I had an animal of a dog coming out. Now this one's a cat, which is to do with wisdom and the highly intuitive are cats. Now they see her, there's all these eyes coming, facing her, but she's blindfolded, but she's stepping into this chaos and she's unable to see the chaos that's about to unfold. As we can see in this card, there's the calm side. She's leaving the calm side and she's going into the chaotic side. And there's also an owl here, which is wisdom and knowledge. There's growth with plants, etc. And we have the sun, which is the warmth, vibrant energy. I'm also kind of saying this is a very yin-yang card of opposites, light and dark. But this sun is striking to me, this sun is indicating that it's showing light on the dark. Interesting first card out there. Okay, so from the fortune tea leaf cards, I had what flew out was a dog, which is protection from a powerful friend, a guardian, a companion, a protector, security, things like that. And this is reminding me of someone that may have been very close to her, that on a personal level, that she may have confided in, and that this friend may have been trying to protect her. So I'm kind of like feeling like somebody on guard. And then we had scissors coming out, which is disappointment in some affair. And scissors are kind of symbolic of cutting ties, cutting bonds, cutting things away. Like a breaking of contracts and things like that. Can be symbolically karmic contracts and things like that as well. So they were quite interesting. And then from the Path of Shadows, we had starry observation, a little piece in a cosmic puzzle. Universe only reveals its secret if you dare to dance in the starry dazzle. I've seen the moon here as well, and the mountains and things like that. It's interesting to me. She's a Cancer sun sign, but also Cancer's associated with inner feelings, intuition and emotions. Interesting. Anyway, right, let's get into the cards. I'm pulling crime scene caution cards. Let's see events leading up to this tragic accident. Or not, allegedly speaking. Okay, Spirit, give us the energy surrounding the night of the crash, please. What we're going on. regarding Princess Diana, please, Spirit. Any surroundings Princess Diana on the night of the crash. Let's go. Okay. Some more, please. Bottom of the deck, illegal activities played a role. Someone pushing someone off of cliff. And that reminds me of last night, before I went to sleep, I had a vision of a car going off of a cliff. So I'm kind of feeling like what the plans, other plans, before that plan got put in place, if that makes sense. They may have tried other ways before that crash happened, I'm kind of feeling. Allegedly speaking, and I have to say allegedly speaking because of YouTube purposes. Okay, I don't want to get struck off. Killer profile indicates narcissistic and sociopathic behaviour. No surprise there. And we have the letter K. Read between the lines with that one. A victim stalked by the killer. So somebody watching, observing, waiting. I do believe she said she felt like she was being watched. She felt like she was being observed, and do believe she said that, you know, to somebody, I can't remember who. Take a closer look at one of the suspects. So there's multiple people involved here. More than one. Which really, again, don't surprise me, because I have my theory, and I'll go into that in a little while. Jealousy, an affair, or love-related crime. Isn't that interesting? Because while she was in Paris, she was with Dodi Al-Fayed, which was a starting of a new relationship. But I'm interested in the three people here. Okay, because she was still with Sausage Fingers. You know that is. But also, there was also another third party, a third wheel in this marriage, and that's Camilla. So always in the background, never went away. I feel like she had a major impact on the marriage as well. And I kind of got the feeling last night that this wasn't... I kind of feel like it was an arranged marriage between Diana and Sausage Fingers. I don't know if I'm right on that. I just kind of... I'm not up on royals. I just kind of feel that way. And obviously when this happened, I was still young child, so I don't know too much about the history there. But that's what I were picking up on. So, interesting already. I do feel like there were a lot of jealousy from the monarchy towards Diana, because she'd just shown the light. She was just a lovely person inside and out, and I feel like the spotlight would always sort of on her. I don't think the royal family like that very much. Okay, so that does explain quite a lot. Where am I now? True crime cards. That last card, there's jealousy and an affair, love-related crime, and there's a waiter with the, obviously, the dish. That's the hotel here, I'm feeling. The service. This is the hotel. Okay. I need to keep that in mind. That's the hotel. Something happened at the hotel where they were staying. I wonder if something slipped something. Oh, you know, someone slipped something in a drink. Possibly an unsuspecting person here, waiting staff, somebody employed at the hotel. Allegedly speaking, that's what I'm getting. Allegedly. No facts here. Oh, yeah. Splitting the jealousy again. Jealousy is a bad thing. Oh, yeah. Affair. Revenge. Oh, get the sugars. So this is all over this affair. So far. Alright, Spirit, give me some more cards, please. Princess Diana, the energy, please. Yeah, that's what you wanted to flip out. I'll keep that. Accomplice, partner in crime. Wanted to flip out. Alright. Princess Diana. Events leading up to the crash. Princess Diana, please. Flew out. Serial killer. No, this is getting deep. Okay, I'm seeing this is somebody trained in assassination. Somebody trained to take somebody out. Military, MI5. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. It's just my opinion. Interesting. Right. Abuse and neglect. Alright guys, we're going to go down the rabbit hole here. Let's have some more plays. Inside job, inside. Somebody in a circle inside. Oh, no, there I am there. I'm seeing underground tunnels again. It looks like very much underground tunnels to me, does this? Abuse and neglect inside underground tunnels. Well, we know what's all been coming out recently. I'm just saying. Does she know about this? Has some kind of knowledge? And because her astrology chart is on about honesty and justice and doing the right thing, speaking the truth. I'm just saying here, these cards don't look good to me. Okay, let's have some more. Surveillance. Being watched. marriage wedding. Oh, idiot. Sausage fingers. Out of space. I don't know, I'm not too sure on what this card's pointing to here. Out of space. Leave them there. Right, marriage and wedding. I kind of feel that it's very much connected to the royal family and the proposed, the wedding, the marriage between Diana and Sausage Fingers here. Feeling like getting rid of one, making way for the other, and we all know what I mean by that is Camilla. The marriage wasn't strong, it wasn't reciprocated. I kind of feel like it were a marriage of arranged and of convenience to look good for the royal family. I don't know how the men, stuff like that, is to say that up on royals, but this is what it's giving me here. That's the way I'm seeing it. Also church hierarchy, organisation. It's surveillance, watching, looking. People's watching you, watching every move. Media as well, could be as well here. Lights, camera, action, mirroring. I don't know if there is any cameras in that tunnel. I don't know if there are any cameras in that tunnel. I'll have to look into that. Let's have some more, please. Princess. Flipped over. Oh. It keeps pointing to this affair. Somebody wasn't happy about, I don't think Diana's connection to Dodie. Well, they're called organised crime, which is what I kind of said is the church is an organisation, authority, rules, knowledge, they're the state cult. I do want some more, please. Give me some more. Caregiver. Well, she was a mum. Oh yeah, it's assassination bottom of the deck. They were taken out, so they're just saying, just speaking. Imprisonment. I can say there's sort of two ways here. Cover up. Bottom of the deck. Right, so I'm getting a weird. Alright, let's rein it back a bit. Alright, so imprisonment, behind bars and whatnot, could be literally being in prison. Or it could be being imprisoned inside, down these tunnels. Abuse and neglect, being kept hostage, under tunnels, someone feeling trapped. Could be two ways, this card. It's giving me the same aesthetics here. With this. With this, it is, I don't know if you can see, it's giving me the same sort of colours, which is why I'm kind of feeling like These two are connected, these two cards. Alright, I'm on the bottom of the deck. Where have I cut up? The mask, money, fit. Ah, that can't be right. Money, cover up money, fate, death. I think so. I don't think this is about Diana. The fate, death one isn't. Desert, life insurance. That's right. Okay. What do I want? I want this, see what the investigators were doing in the UK and in Paris. I'm sure she knew something. I'm sure she knew information. I feel she made me feel she was going to speak out. I mean, with the Prince Andrew thing as well, let's just not forget that. Do you know about that? Knows here. Oh, not to mention Jimmy Savile being connected to sausage fingers as well. Sausage fingers at King Charles. I can see her keep wanting to keep things quiet. She found out things, you know. It wasn't in her nature. And she got threatened. Let's go. What should the investigators be doing? Or what were investigators doing at the time of the tragic event? The Seeker's Eye. Stay vigilant and observant today. Pay attention to details that may reveal hidden truths. Take note of inconsistencies or unusual patterns in your surroundings. Yes, I keep going back to this. Especially stay vigilant and observant, and inconsistencies or unusual patterns in your surroundings. Puzzle solved. Work through any problems or mysteries with patience and methodical effort. Focus on solving each piece of the puzzle one step at a time. Celebrate the completion of each stage in progress. Now, I'm not too focused on this message. I'm focused on the visuals of this card. What is going on here? We have bullets, we have powder, we have some kind of medicine bottle. And the UN, pow pow. I had to say that for YouTube purposes. That is strange. You see this medicine bottle, liquid solution, poured into drinks, powder. We have the pow here again. That's what it's making me feel like there may have been multiple options, multiple choices that they were thinking of planning out in regards to Diana. Okay. Clarity of justice. Seek fairness and impartiality in your decisions. Ensure that all sides of an issue are considered before making a judgment. Strive for balanced and just outcomes in your dealings. And as I said at the beginning of this video, she's ruling Aquarius, focus, dedication, desire for honesty. We had Libra somewhere as well, didn't we? Sorry, I'm having a look at this again. Sure, we had Libra. Libra rising. Work, commitment to the truth. This is Diana. Right, I'm leaning more to she has some information here that she's going to spill. There are a few issues going on here. It was the affair. It was what she knew. It was the limelight being on Diana or not, and taken off of the royal family. The marriage was a sham. Yeah, a few things going on here. Right, okay. I want to get into Cross of the Souls with her, and I want Diana to come through with this message, if she can. Give me a message about what the soul we're crying out for. Somebody mixed something in the drinks. The driver's drink. Make it look like he were intoxicated from alcohol. Right, it's going to be a deep one today, guys, I'm afraid. Give me a card, please, Diana, about the cries of your soul. Cries of the soul. Flipped. So, as I said earlier about the tea leaf card with the scissors, about cutting off ties, cutting off karmic ties and attachments, bonds, contracts, things like that. Okay, with this card, I have got past lessons. I establish my own rules with respect for everyone's boundaries. I have the book, but I'm interested in the past lessons, karmic ties. Also, this is a book here. It is a book of knowledge. Let me see what the guidebook says about this one. Where is it? Past life. Past lessons. 43. Wisdom. We represent values, rules, words, and childhood habits. Kicking off. We are the energy passed down to you by your reference adults, which can sometimes inhibit you. We may not listen to your needs, expectations, or boundaries, and can constantly repeat the same thing. You were unable to be aware of your dreams and abilities, but you can renew who you are. Again, awareness of the things you like. Follow your own path, although we will tell you that it's not what your family wants for you. Strange. You listen to us because it enables you to remain in your comfort zone and avoid deciding things for yourself. Don't question your choices or think about your dreams. We tell you what to do and how to do it, and all you have to do is follow our instructions. Our voice is a source of reassurance when you're afraid of conflict or fear disappointing your family. We help you maintain balance and harmony with the people you love, often to your detriment. Warning, you're allowed to tell us to shut up and never come back. We are not your intuition, nor the order of truth. You're allowed to put forward your needs, dreams and resources and boundaries and think and do complete opposite of what we say. Our loud voice is a real warning to affirm your values and identity and create your own rules. You won't betray your relationships with your parents or family if you ask us to be silent. Now, saying this is in family, as in childhood, I don't think so. I feel like it's the royal family here that this card's referring to. Interesting. Right. Let's get into some tea leaves. Oh, no. That scissors just came out again. I kid not, that just flew out again. Oh, just lots going out here. Rainbow. The most difficult part of the situation is over. Hope, faith, optimism, healing. Lily, spiritual love. Also, the lilies on a coffin as well. Spiritual love, Lily. Lion, time to act. Now that's the thing about the sun being in the moon with her, because the sun is all about the subconscious mind and the ego, and time to take action is where the sun comes in and shedding light on the things, with the moon being illusions, is quite opposing. It's the two. The lion is fearlessly strong, very protective. Time to act. Lobster financial pinch. Oh, that's about. Again, I'm just seeing dining cuisine here, fancy food and whatnot with this. And we have the man, dealings or relationship with our man. Then the man's a suspect here. Also, man she was with Dodie. She was starting a relationship with him. Let me get from the other pile. I have two piles, this is quite a thick deck. I want some more from this one. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. And then another two came flying out. Is the wall, misunderstandings, barrier, wall in your way, coming up against brick walls. I'm hearing coming up against brick walls. A misunderstanding. Which someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Well, that's very telling, isn't it? I don't think they wanted her to go ahead with this relationship with Oda. Also, this could be Camilla causing a wedge in between the marriage as well, allegedly speaking. I feel like Diana's coming through with quite a lot of messages today. I feel like she's not saying it was just kind of one thing that led to the event. There were multiple things going on in the background. And I'm kind of hearing saying that she just wanted to start again and move away from the royal family, I feel. And I feel like they knew that this would happen, and they did not like it one bit. Also, maybe because they were frightened of what she knew and what she disclosed once she left the moniker. I do feel like they were going to leave the moniker. Alright, let's get into Mildred Payne. And I don't think they could allow that to happen. Because, yes, because of the surveillance, they wouldn't have been able to keep an eye on her, wouldn't have been able to keep her close. So they wouldn't be able to know what her next move or what she was doing next. This is all about control. They wanted to control the situation, which is what they usually do. She was a free-spirited lady and didn't like that. But the Lily's spiritual. And I think if she had spoken out, the public would have listened. They would have sit up and paid attention to her, believe me. And I think this is what they were frightened of. She was the people's princess. You know, they wouldn't have been able to push it under the carpet like they usually do. Shut people up. Stirring the cold and cold and cold and cold. Stirring the pot. I can't help but feel like there is some kind of witch to the celebrities and to the higher up people. I feel like you have a personal witch to the stars, celebs, elites, all that lot. I don't have a guidebook to these, I'm just looking at the image. Wow. Okay, now this one I'm going to tap it in really intuitively. We have the moon phases of the moon. She is, I keep having to revert back to this chart. Cancer sun sign, but also Cancer's kind of the moon as well. No, she's Aquarius moon, isn't she? I don't know about that. But anyway, this is quite interesting because we have 5 people in a line and we have things moving through from one person to the next, to the next, to the next and out. Which indicates to me that somebody directs to somebody, they direct to the next person and so on until they got to the end result. And this is indicating there's 5 suspects. 5 moon cycles. This is bizarre. You see these suspects here all lined up, all in a line. These cards, all suspects all in a line. And exactly the same amount of people that's on the other card. 5 suspects. 5 suspects. That is crazy. It's not just one person. And that's why my feeling here, it's an organisation. An organisation of people higher up. Cult organisation, allegedly speaking. That's what I'm getting. There's always these people. Let me see. It's going to be a long one. I'll throw some tarot down when I've done all cards. 5 suspects. I'll be working in different areas as well. The hotel in Paris, paparazzi, UK, London, all over. Surveillance all over. I don't know why I am thinking here of the MI5. Especially with the assassination, this is somebody with advanced training, secret information. Maybe she knows secret information as well. With that book, it's that book. That book makes me think of knowledge, wisdom, power. Sacred, secret knowledge. She knew stuff. Yeah, I think that line shot bumped off, allegedly speaking. So it's pointing that that accident wasn't an accident, in my opinion. Alright, let's have some more, please, get it. Extreme harshness, cutting off erratic decisions. Cutting off, we have this cutting off business again with the scissors. I think she was cutting them off, going their separate ways. It led to some erratic decisions being made. Shattered, crushed, sadness, broken heart, panic attacks. Now this is interesting because the things that I have seen with interviews and things like that, when she was being interviewed and she was with sausage fingers, she looked really sad. Really, I'd say depressed at times. These panic attacks, I wonder if what was going on with leaving her with anxiety, worries and fears. Especially I'm seeing the moon again, which is kind of, you know, the moon is lunar and lunacy. That's where that term comes from. So I'm kind of feeling here that she didn't know what were reality and what were illusions. I think it kind of messed with her head. Okay. Bottom of the deck, influencers, others involved, third parties, intervention and manipulation. There could have been people even trying to brainwash her here as well. Manipulation tactics. Butterflies, feeling complete, can't stop smiling, happiness and devotion. Okay, so because this butterfly, it reminds me of an emergence, a transition from being there to being here. And it made her happy. And I feel like this is the transition to Dodie. I feel like she felt like it was a fresh start. She felt very happy in that moment. And the pictures, that what you saw in the papers, she did look very happy, very relaxed, very contented. Oh, we have a proposal with a ring, commitment, offer, asking out, taking to the next level. Now, I'm sure I read somewhere that there was a ring on a table in the hotel room. I'm not sure if that's correct. I do feel like that's correct. Oh, now this is getting deep into it because that is definitely moving on in a big way, taking to the next level. And three cards flipped out. Locked, missing pieces, detached, locked away, can't move forward. Missing pieces. Locked away, When we have this other hat with a ring, with a butterfly outside. I feel she felt tied to the marriage to Sausage Fingers and the moniker. I feel like she couldn't get away, but she wanted to get away, and she was doing that. She was taking things to the next level and trying to detach herself and move away. But I feel like she kept being pulled back, or a feeling of being pulled back there. Because next we have soulmates, which is what I feel is connected to this card here. Soulmates. The one, deep love, spiritual connection and life partner. I look at this bar, these glasses, this bar, something happened in this hotel. Having fun, clubbing, risky, fun with friends. Now, they did take some risky behaviours. There's no denying that. We tried to do a detour move, you know, with the car. But there's something... There's something around this hotel. I feel the cause in this hotel. What do you call it? Like undercover people. Like when investigators just get a civilian and normal person. To do a sting or an operation undercover. And you never won't suspect it because of the civilian, you know, normal citizens. So they could have been pausing as waiting staff in the hotel whilst they were planning a demise. Now, I'm sorry, there's people connected to this hotel. Now, let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. Jealousy, rumours, pettiness, being envious, talking behind back. The snake. Yeah, the snake there. Gamble, taking a risk, poker face. Not showing feelings, rolling the dice. Moving, boxed up. Environment change, empty shell. Alright. I'd just like to look at bottom of the deck to see what we're getting. Poison. Venom. Poison. Venom, poison. There's something being slipped into drinks. Where's that card? Where was it? Pulled that many now, I can't see. This here, this. That bottle. Poisonous. Liquid. Spiked. Glasses, drinks. Oh, what's happened? Gone a bit glitchy. The glasses. Waiting staff. It's all pointing to this hotel that they were staying at. I kind of, and the inside, I'm feeling it is an inside job. Okay, let's see, let's get the Path of Shadows. Well, yeah, the driver got spiked, allegedly speaking. I wonder if there were a tampering of the car mechanics. And then the setup in the tunnel. There's no denying paparazzi were obviously chasing him with there, but there's something at the end of that tunnel that were oncoming. Now what I'm trying to work out There's a edit and judgment, blurred vision. The light could have triggered this driver not being able to see properly. And then it's, yeah. And the paparazzi with the fall guys. Towards personal growth, transformation, letting go. We have this again, the butterfly transformation. Another transformation card. Lilies again. Lilies are quite significant here. Skeleton. That drink. A curse of bones. Time and dust. Things that were never meant to last. Look at that drink. I'm being pulled to that drink. It's cloudy, murky and everything, just like this dust here, this white dust. That's got white dust in the glass. No, definitely something got put into some kind of food, drink, beverage. It's pointing more towards beverage. Okay, let's have some more. Dagger. Action, bravery and determination. This kind of feels like she had warnings, threats and whatnot. She knew she was being watched, she knew she was being observed and surveyed, but she took action anyway. And she was determined to have this happy ending, I feel, with Dodie. And at the bottom of the deck, we have bottles of potions, transformation, resourcefulness, and change. But I'm seeing this to do with drinks again, mixing, alchemy, getting the mix right, mixing of chemicals, substances, things like that. Right. With that, some more oracle cards. I think I may get into tarot next, I think, because I think this is pretty revealing as it is. Yeah, this was not an accident, allegedly speaking. Very much royal family behind this, and higher uppers. Planned. And she possibly may have been suspicious of her demise beforehand, before it happening. She may have been felt that this were coming, but wanted to have a good time with Dodie. I feel like she pushed it all to one side. I feel caught up in the moment. She didn't see what was going on in front of her. You know, they said that love is blind, and I think this is the case here. Not anything to do with Dodie, by the way. I'm just saying she was in a state of bliss. She was in a state of love that clouded things that were going on around her. And I kind of feel there may have been a realisation, but it was too late. There's quite a few that's jumped out here. Shadow wholeness, embrace your entirety, uniting shadows and light for wholeness. We have that yin yang balance again, opposing forces again. Well, I don't know whether she tried to integrate the dark into the light. There's something about things being kept in the dark, wanting to come to light. Yeah. Collect, analyse information, seek the light of knowledge, illuminate your path. Bingo, bingo, I just said that. I didn't see this card, I was concentrating on this one. But this one just ties up exactly what I've just said. She knew information. She had information and she was going to bring into the light. Nurturing love, family, happiness, unity and balance, gratitude and appreciation, and joyful connections. Yeah, and I look, this sunshine, this lightness. Yeah, definitely here. She wanted to get away from this darkness and step into the light. The most maybe we're doing this information that had been coming to the light to relieve herself of the burdens and the stress, worries and anxieties that this information were playing on her mind. Because let's not forget, she in her astrology chart, humanitarian, seeker of truth, balance, justice, action, whilst also being very deeply emotional and intuitive as well. Which is why I feel like these cards are showing a lot of opposing sides, the dark, the light, which is very much what's going on in the chart there. It could have caused some confliction with her. The gift of now, time management, finite, I can't say that, Emperor. Time's transformations, wisdom's tapestry. The gift of now, time management. So this is like a sand timer. Here, time slipping away, sand slipping away, running out of time. Clock's ticking. Clock's ticking. So I'm kind of feeling like this was the plan, this was the action. Time's running out, we've got to act now, we've got to do something now before this situation gets out of hand. That's what I'm hearing. We can't let this carry on any longer. It's gone far enough. Which makes me think that them photos of her and Buddy on that yacht in the Mediterranean, it all got put in the newspapers. So publicly. Someone said, well, we have to put a stop to this. So I'm just saying, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, lucky symbol crucial card is the Ace of Hearts. Exercise control, avoid manipulative tactics. And this is it's a burning heart. So the heart, the matters of the heart here is telling me, Diana's telling me that it was a burning love, it was a strong, energetic love. It was a love that maybe it gave her different aspects of herself. It gave her the fire in her belly again, kind of love. So we're going to play the ace. The ace card. I feel like this love, we're going to be literally life-changing. For everybody involved. Not just Diana, for everybody involved. Why? I don't know, so I'm kind of feeling like Dodie, her and Dodie were a soul tie. Soul tie connection. Now, to look into that deeper, I'd have to look at his chart as well. There's something here about lessons. Maybe carrying on karmic lessons. Not being able to break free from the past. As well here. It's kind of leading towards to some degree of destined. Fate, destination. Just bear that in mind as well. With this card here, it's almost saying to me it were always on the cards. This was going to happen. This was on the cards. This destroyed love. That would destroy everything. Because that book is like, that's like a records. Where is it? I can't find it. I can't find it, but it sort of seems like it were in the book of life. You know, it was scripted that this were going to be the case. I don't like to say that, but this is what the cards are saying to me. Okay, let's get broken mirrors. Not like the, what do they call it? Akashi records. What's that word? Oh, mine's gone blank. Past lives and things like that. Could have been written. Anyway, I'm not getting stuck on that. Let's move on. Let's get in a bit deeper now on other things. I think this is really deep. Okay. Planning. Thank you. Text, phone call, meeting up, planning. And I feel like I've just said this all along. This was planned. This was strategic. This was well thought out. And that's just backed up what I've been saying. This was planned. A planned takeout. Distractions, temptations, always busy, kept you waiting. Well, I'm not going to go into that. We all read between the lines with this one. Oh. Hiding their true feelings, deep emotions, secretly in love, cold and detached. Right, okay, so this is a quite a lot of meanings to this card. This is obviously Diana with her deep emotions, hiding how she truly felt about a marriage to sausage fingers. Whilst I feel like she may have kept this connection with Dodie secret, but I don't know how long it were going on for, but she may initially have kept it to herself. And then this cold and detachedness, I feel that was from the Monica towards her, leaving her out in the cold, being quite cold, quite detached to her. Okay, so 3 from there. Just watching my candle. Don't tip it over. In their feelings, situations about to explode. Things are about to pop off in flames. What fire energy here? What sun energy? It was summertime, I do believe. This happened as well. Yes, August. Back end of August. Something like that. So some more cards, please, around situations. Just in general now. Fake apology, mask. Promiscuous. Some affairs here. I don't feel this being Diana, by the way. General energy abound. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So, it's 2 separate situations going on here. The promiscuous is not Diana by any means. All right, let me make that very clear. This is another lady who could be connected to the royals. Then we have this other card here, the Tantric SEX. I feel that would have been Diana and Dodie because of the symbolism here. And I keep getting a lot of spiritual cards out for Diana with her energy. So I think this is her card. So one more. Tired of the drama. Yeah, absolutely. I think you are. Sick and tired of it. So I believe sausage fingers. Having quite a few affairs here. Not just Camilla. Allegedly speaking. Let's get into what's the vibe. Because it does keep coming up with affairs all the time to these cards. Just a second, my head's just got pulled to this. The bottom of the deck here, burning evidence and that book. A lot of burning here. A lot of burning symbolism cards and that book. Now then, I wonder if she had a diary. Could well be, very well, personal thoughts in a diary as well here. I'm just trying to read this card. Yes, something around the diary. We had the other book as well, didn't we? Where's that other book? We had another book as well, yeah. So she could have been writing her private thoughts down, feelings in a diary. That could have been quite revealing as well, if it were to be released. Okay, let's get into this. Let's have some more cards, please, Spirit. What else would you like to tell us regarding Princess Diana, please? I feel like Spirit has given quite a lot today. How's that flipped? What's something flipped? Wow, it's all been flipped. Well, all then flipped. Consequences, bad choices, games, mixed signals. Fire again. What is this with this fire symbology here? That flipped. Drowning, over your head, overextended, rock bottom. Drowning in emotions. Fire, water. Fire, water. It keeps giving me the symbolism of a chart here. For some reason. Excuse me. At the bottom of the deck, I have soulmate, twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. It keeps coming back to soul ties again. Did I do broken mirrors? Yeah, I did broken mirrors. Alright, I think that's it for... No, we've got one less deck for oracles. And then we're getting into the tarot. I don't know how long I've been on. Put all back in there. Alright, free from here, please. 3 cards, let's tie this up and we'll get into tarot. Reconcile, repair, cure, understanding, concession. So I feel that from this card, this is about this Camilla and sausage fingers here, because you're always in the background. And hey presto, look what happened, he ended up marrying her. So, you know, Oh, he flipped. Yeah, freak flipped. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's right. Unfinished business. It's not over. Back and forth and baggage. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, let's just confirm that card. All about Camilla with him. And now how am I going to word this? Okay, so at the bottom of this deck we have a phoenix rising. Again, rising from the ashes. We have the fire symbology again. Resurrection, sublimination, piety, infinity. It kind of makes me feel that maybe, I know this is going to sound really bizarre to some people, okay, but it's kind of leading me to feeling like she reincarnated back on this earth in some kind of other form. People may not agree with me on this, that's fine, you know, it might be too wacky for some people to understand, but it's what I'm getting. I'm getting quite a lot of spirituality cards here coming out. Almost like to say, oh yeah, but things finished for me in that lifeline. Things ended in that lifeline, but I've transcended and transcended and come back. Reincarnated into something else. Believe what you will. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm feeling. There's just a lot of fire. A lot of fire symbology. Okay. Now, these two cards don't look good. I'm saying they don't look good because I said an occult, an organisation, etc., etc. We had abuse, neglect inside underground tunnels. These two cards, I have sacrifice, dedication, ritual, worship, voluntary, sacrifice. I don't like that ritualistic take imagery on this card, given what's been coming out recently. Then we have at the side of this sacrifice, honour, dignity, works, lineage, awards. Again, we have the fire symbology here. And I kind of feel like, well, she had to be sacrificed because she was going to do the right thing. She was going to honour her integrity, her values, her morals, and she was going to do the right thing. That's my take on this. Also been put into my head, play with fire, you get burnt. Don't know what that's about, don't know where that's come from. It's just been put in there. This is a very deep one. Let's get into the tarot now. Okay. Let's move these aside for the minute. Sort them out with it. Now I'm just going to throw cards out now for tarot. So we get the picture now, what's going on. If you'd like a follow-up video of this, please put in the comments. Any other videos you'd like me to look into, cases you'd like me to look into, then comment below, please. Alright, let's get into tarot. I what I'm going to do past, present and future and keep going on like that line of things, I feel. Alright, let's have a look. Give me a card for the past, please. Temperance, balance. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe we're kind of not doing it like that. I've got 3 cards. I have temperance, which is all about balance, moderation, excessives, not too much, not too little. Fire and water again. But it's having, temperance is about having balance, restraint, moderation, patience, biding your time, not rushing into things. I'm sorry, I'm just getting drawn to imagery on this card here. If I have the moon behind, I have the 1 cup fire, 1 cup water. This kind of says to me, she will fight in 2 aspects. She will fight her emotions, her intuition, her feelings, her sensitivities. But on the other hand, there will have fire. There will fire to her, fire aspect to her. She just wanted to combust. She is looking at the fire cup. The water cup's further away. So the fire cup means action, power, destruction. I don't need Sagittarius rules temperance as well. I'm not sure on that. I have to check. Anyway, because there's something about ascendant is Sagittarius. Okay, so next we have the Hierophant. This is the establishment, the organisation. Morals, values, doing the right thing, teaching, this and that other. But it's also can be the occult. Okay, the organisation, the structure. Morals, values, beliefs, traditions, teachings, knowledge, spiritual wisdom. But also there can be the opposite end as well. Right, Queen of Cups. That is definitely Lady Diana there. Which again talks about emotions, a nurturing side, an empathic side, of being in touch with the intuition. I feel she was highly intuitive, highly spiritual herself. And I love these 2 dogs here, guarding, protecting her. 2 dogs symbolically can be about loyalty and honesty and protection. And she's offering that cup of love. But the way the placement here of the cards are is the Temperance is looking at the Hierophant is looking at the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups is looking away. Look, the Queen of Cups is looking away from the Hierophant, which says to me she's turning her back on an organisation, a marriage, a monarchy, a structure, establishment. She's turning her back away. And she's offering that cup somewhere else. And she's doing this with action, fire, and gutsy fire in the belly sort of mentality here. She's not operating from the emotional side here. Either she's coming from the core. It's happening from the core, not the emotion, the core. Okay. So you see what I'm talking about. She's looking at the fire. The cup's in the other hand, but she's not looking at that. Again, we have the yin-yang energy balance, opposing forces. But this is the force she's choosing to go with, the fire, the ambition, the drive, the fuel. And then we have the Hierophant, which, let me try and get this right. It's backwards here. It is facing that way. That's how it's laid down on my table. Is it? Yes. The Temperance, looking at the Hierophant. And then the Queen of Cups turning her back on all of this. On the main card here, which is the establishment. Which is very telling. Bottom of the deck. I think I just, at this point, it's pretty much saying that this is not an accident. The reason for what happened with the car is because she was turning her back on things. Things were going to be brought into the light. She had information that could have possibly come to the light as well. The monarchy, the establishment, didn't want that happening. It had to be stopped. But especially with this, in true crime, it literally just means what it says. The unaliving. Let's just see what else comes out. With the Emperor in reverse position. This is a leader, somebody charging authority, but in reverse is oppressive. Abuse of power. Very oppressive. They're not coming from a place of calm leadership here. This is erratic. This is somebody that doesn't know how to lead, that doesn't know how to control or lead others. And this is also foundations crumbling down here. And this can be an older man, an older gentleman here. And I'm just looking at all this wheel of the stars as well in the reverse. The Page of Wands is a young child that again leads with action, drive, ambition, creativity. Very creative, very driven, very passionate, enthusiastic. Although sometimes they need to be reined back in because they're so flighty. With acting from a place of ego. And this could be either William or Harry here, one of the children. And he is interesting that where the cards are laid, he is looking at the Emperor in the West. That's it. We're looking at the person's leader. Who's a leader? Who's the older male, father, grandfather energy connected to Diana's sons? I'll say no more, allegedly speaking. So one more. Yeah, but yes, frigid in the reverse. Abuse of power. Four of Cups here. This is somebody offering somebody something and this person's like, no, I don't want it. No, you can go away. But then I'm looking, I'm an intuitive reader, so I look at the imagery and I'm looking at this person's looking directly at this cup being offered and they're like, what? It's like an expression of what? Confused. Why are you giving me this? Why are you offering me this? But also this person have got a book in their hands. Then he says to me, take the cup. What's in the cup? We don't know. But with the other cards, suggest with cups, glasses and whatnot, that there could be something put in to this cup being offered. And why? Because we want to shut information down. We want to close the book. And we need that information. That information cannot come out. We need to take the information away from someone. You see? Now look here, the mushrooms as well. There's mushrooms here. I'm just saying. Hallucinogenic, chemicals, whatnot. Now this person is quite happy in their own journey, where they're going. But this cup comes out nowhere. This offer comes out nowhere. It seems to me to take this person by surprise. And they have the book. But Four of Cups being despondent, fed up, not seeing what's being offered to you usually. I'm reading this a different way. I'm reading this as I've got my things that I need. The 3 cups. I've got the book. I've got things in the book. I'm quite contented and happy. Then this offer comes out of nowhere and takes this person by surprise, meaning Diana. Oh, there we go. Because Ten of Swords is an ultimate painful ending. Take the cup. Pain, suffering, fatality. It's a brutal ending. It's a Ten of Swords. Ultimate betrayal. The 7 of Wands here is feeling like, again, feels like Diana on the defence here. Feeling like things are coming at her from all angles, being attacked from all angles, and she's having to stand up and defend herself and look in all directions. But something in this hotel, and with her caught up in the emotions of love, she was off guard. She didn't see things coming away. So once. So some more. Flipped over. Then I have the 2 of Cups in the reverse, so the ending of the union. It can be a working partnership as well as a romantic partnership as well. Just bear that in mind. 2 Cups doesn't always mean a love partnership. It can be a working partnership. But in the reverse, that's the end of, that's a broken of the union, broken of the bond. No love. Not working. But I'm sure we had a rainbow card. And this is a rainbow card in the reverse. So there's no hope, there's no optimism, there's no faith or healing here. And this is interesting because it's come out after the 7 of Wands. So it suggests to me being defeated, the connection's being defeated, the connection's being cut off in the reverse. Between 2 people. Let's have some more. I have the 5 of Pentacles, which is usually left out in the cold. Ill health, poverty, financial issues. I'm not sure what this one's meaning here. Unless there were a threat of cutting off some kind of money. Being threatened that if you do this, you do that, you're left out in the cold, you're on your own. You won't have the stability, the security, the protection. You're going to be vulnerable. You're going to be exposed. Right. Because we have the 7 of Wands here, which is on the defence. The end of the connection. The end of the couple. The end of things working out, partnership-wise. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles, definitely being isolated, left out in cold, left alone, fend for yourself. Basically what this is saying. And asking for help as well and not getting it. Asking for help and support, not getting it. Well, yeah, it just sounds a certain way. Let's have some more. Then, oh, now we got the rainbow upright. Now we have the 10 of Cups, which is happy endings, family home, heritage, generations, wealth, passed on generationally. It's supposed to be happiness, completion, butterflies, bees, 4 cups of love here, 10, completion. But then why is it after this 5 of Pentacles here? It almost says here, if you don't do this, you don't do that, it will affect the legacy, the generational legacy, the family legacy, monarchy legacy and such forth. If you don't do this, then this won't be a happy outcome for you. Ah, my lord, so why? I've got 1 page here. 1 child. I've got the other one. It's cutting somebody off. Not I'm not feeling down. I'm not feeling down here. I'm feeling like one of the children. If you do this, I'm going to cut off. One's going to be left out in the cold. Then, if this is Harry, he's already done that. He's already cut off from the royal family and went on his own. I have to get a clarifier on that one. But this looks like something to do with either Harry. I'm feeling Harry. About being cut off, left on their own. And this is interesting because he's facing the Emperor, and I'm seeing the Emperor as in reverse as sausage fingers. So I wonder what Harry knows as well. The 8 of Cups, bottom of the deck, walking away. Going to walk away from the 10 of Cups. If she walked away from the 10 of Cups, she would be left out in the cold, but also it would have an impact on the children. It would have an impact on Harry and William, although William's not showed up as yet. I don't know why, for some reason. I don't know why he's not showed up yet. But it would have had a major impact on one of the children here. Okay, let's have some more. Definitely threats, manipulation, Chariot, the vehicle. Now we get to the car. We have it in the reverse, which means lack of drive, lack of control over the vehicle. Obstacles, things got in the way of that vehicle moving forward. This is not being able to control things going out, getting out of control. The chariot is the vehicle, the movement, the car, the transport. in the reverse. And the nine of Pentacles reversed. Lack of independence, self-sufficiency. The independent woman no longer. In the reverse. Yes, now we get the cat. Everything comes crashing down. No happiness. No happy ending. That vehicle definitely got tampered with. Let's have some more. The sun. Three flipped out. The sun, which is shedding light on the situation of the crash and other things. But also means the sun, quite literally the sun. But things coming to light. Around the legacy. Around everything. Things coming to light around everything. Obviously, I didn't show that. Chariot reversed. Now we have the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands is charismatic, enthusiastic, creative, driven. Good nose for business. Good nose for public speaking as well. And leads from a place of fire. I feel like Diana was stepping into a role of fire, no longer complacent, no longer placid. She wanted to step into the role of fire. Strong, strength, fire. We've got the dog again. But loyalty, protection, guard. And then we have the Hermit. Now the Hermit indicates to me things going on in the home, in the palace, behind closed doors. With the light here, illumination. Or time alone, again. Seclusion, introspection. Time for going into yourself. For inner wisdom and learning. The Hermit as well. But the Hermit I'm seeing as feeling isolated and alone in the home. And threats. Having to keep a watch out about what was going on around it, even in the palace behind closed doors. And the light illuminates this snake here, in a path, in the path. Things hidden. It's also an infinity sign. The red again is power. Is symbolic of power, passion, drive. Can be dangerous colour, come red. But it can also be powerful colour. We had that little strip there, that little fire near the belly. And I said that before. I feel she got fire in her belly. Let's have some more. The Six of Wands in the reverse, like a triumph, like a victory, like a success, like a recognition, like a reward. They wanted to bring her down because she was in the public eye She was recognised. She was in the limelight. She had recognition. People upheld her. People's princess. In the reverse indicates no longer be recognised, no longer have triumph and success or victory. The victory is not yours. Somebody wanted to take that away. 6 of Wands reversed. Now, I want to open another deck. Now, the star at the bottom, yes, she was a star. Rising star. I think she was a star of the show, for definite. And people wanted to dim that. People didn't want it. No, I don't mean the public, I mean the royal family here. They didn't want that, they didn't like it. The moon and the star. Interesting again. You know what, with this manipulation thing, I'm kind of feeling when they're trying to make it out like eventually she was going to go mad. Not well. I'm kind of feeling here as well. I think I'll just pull these cards and then tie it up, because I think I've been on for a while now. Let's just have some more, thank you. Yes, 7 of Cups. I was just talking about illusions, delusions. Are you living in fantasy? Are you living in reality? Is the 7 of Cups. It talks about options and choices and things to pick from. But this card also indicates that you may be living in fantasy with the options being presented to you. And this is all about having to make the right choice. Don't get disillusioned by things that have been offered to you. 7 of Cups. Indicates to me she wasn't alert to things that were being offered to her, or things going on around her. Keeps pointing back to that. The Fool is the journey. Ties in with the Chariot. And the Fool, where this is going to be placed, is going to be looking directly at the 7 of Cups. I want to go on a new journey. I want to go on a new adventure. What can I choose from? What can I pick to enable me to go on this new journey, go on this new adventure? But it's also, the Fool is about taking a risk, and a risk of a fall. A risk, sometimes, of an ending. And look at this house at the top of the tree, walking completely away from it. Turning her back. Heading in another direction. Here we go. We have the High Priestess, which is I'm sorry, I'm distracted by my birds going crazy. Which is, she who knows who does not speak. Again, talks about hidden knowledge, secrets. Keeps coming back to that book. She has information. And the High Priestess is a guard of that book, Information and Secrets. She's the guard of the veil as well. Easy, not looking good. Princess Diana was sitting on some information. Valuable, important information. And look at this snake. This symbolism against the snake. And we have the Eight of Cups. Walking away again. Somebody made the decision to walk away. To the back. But I'm looking at this, and this is a lone man. Somebody turned the back on Princess Diana and said, no, I can't have that information coming out. No, that's it, you have to go. I'm walking away. I'm ending this connection, basically, is what I'm feeling here. At the cost of the High Priestess. Because it's definitely not her. It's definitely not Diana, because the way the High Priestess is in the middle, the Fool's looking the other way. And the Eight of Cups is a man looking that way. High Priestess is pointing that way to the journey and to the seven and to the choices. Let's have one more to tie this up. Oh, we've got, no, I guess Spirit wants to go on. The ending. And this would have come out as this lone man facing this card, the death, the ending. That's it. So walking away from Diana, accepting the ending. That this was going to be the outcome, the death. Look at the Venus, that fly trap.